Alright, so today we have the iQOO Neo 9 Pro. Straight to the point, with offers and all, this could launch around 30 to 32,000, and this could be the most affordable phone with flagship processor Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now, in case you don't know, OnePlus used to give flagship specs at the cheapest price, but since OnePlus has gone from flagship killer to flagship, the entire flagship killer space is empty. Now, iQOO first with iQOO 12, and now with this iQOO Neo 9 Pro is launching good performance phones at competitive price. Which makes this a very interesting phone. Or is it? What's the catch? Well, we use the iQOO Neo 9 Pro for 3 days now. And an interesting thing starts with the box itself. Like, we get this big dual color box, dual tone design, this small dual color shoe aesthetic. Now, this is the retail box. Inside you have the phone, same dual tone color, a TPU case, some paperwork, a Type-C cable, 120 watt PD fast charger and a SIM ejector tool. So, everything is inside the box. Sorry, Mother Nature. But I've seen iQOO now has started giving a PD charger, so basically you can use this same charger to fast charge other smartphones or even your laptop at 65 watt. It's good. You need to carry only one charger with you. Now, apart from this, the phone has 3 really interesting things about it. Like, straight from the moment you hold the phone, or even if you hold the phone during a call in public, the phone stands out. Like, I'm really liking this in 2024. Every brand is going for the signature look rather than copying each other. Like, if you see this two-toned color phone in public, you know it's iQOO. Red frame, dual tone, vegan leather finish. Now the phone has flat frames, but the backside is slightly curved, so it's easier to hold the phone in hand. Also, if you find this color too poppy, there is a black color variant which has a glass back. You get Scotch Sensation glass protection on the front here, and you have an air blaster here, so you can turn off and turn on TV, AC, etc. One remote for all devices. Now, before we get to the main part, performance, camera is where I was surprised. You get a 50 megapixel IMX 920 main camera with OIS, and by default it takes slightly vibrant photos like social media ready. But you also get this option to set it to natural color. You have to turn it on once, and this is how photos look side by side in vivid, textured and natural mode. I preferred natural mode, so we clicked all the photos in natural color mode, and after that, if you see, the photos are nice, like very close to real life colors. Daytime photos are pretty good. Even in indoor lights, the pictures are pretty good. In the night time, the camera auto detects the scene and clicks pictures in night mode, and in the night mode, the pictures are bright. Like, somewhere here and there is a bit of over sharpening, but the pictures overall look bright. We also took portraits in indoor lights of me and Sayan, and the background cutout exposure is really good. Now, due to Snapdragon 8 Gen 2, you also get stabilization at 4K 60 FPS, and as you can see, the footage is stable. Also, you get a 8 megapixel ultra wide angle camera. It does a decent job in clicking photos. There is a color shift, like if you see this picture side by side from the main and ultra wide angle camera, the ultra wide appears kinda yellowish. And on the front, you get a 16 megapixel selfie camera that can record only in 1080p 30 FPS, like come on. And photos from it come out good, the colors are natural, but there is a slight bit of over sharpening. Like if you have a look at this selfie, you can see the over sharpening on my beard. So overall, in terms of camera, it does a decent job. But where it really excels is performance. So you get last year's flagship Snapdragon 8 Gen 2. Now this is a very good and capable processor. The variant we have is 12GB RAM, 256GB UFS 4.0 storage. Now the base variant starts from 8GB RAM plus 128GB storage. One thing to mention is the 128GB variant has UFS 3.1 storage. Now, in case you don't know, OnePlus had recent controversy where they claimed that the storage on OnePlus 12R is UFS 4, but it was UFS 3.1. So just to make sure here, we ran Antutu and it scored more than the OnePlus 12R. Same processor, but due to storage and iQOO's extra Q1 chip, it scored better than OnePlus 12R. And even if you see side by side in the storage test, it scores more than double of the OnePlus 12R. So it is a UFS 4.0 storage, that is confirmed. And any benchmark you throw at it, CPU throttling, 3D mark, the scores are flagship level, more than what you get at this price range. Now, of course, for that performance, in day-to-day usage like opening, closing apps, switching between them, is pretty smooth. But what about heavy stuff? What about gaming? Well, these days, because of Sayan, I'm playing Call of Duty, and you can play Call of Duty at 120 FPS. Gameplay is really smooth. I killed it with a knife. But there are some extra features added to the game booster option like voice change, etc.
So that you can have fun gaming time with your friends.
Let's try the child one.
It's hilarious and it's fun.
If only all these made you a better gamer.
Also, if you play BGMI, you get 90 FPS mode. Also, in games like Genshin Impact, where high FPS support is not there, you can turn on game frame interpolation, which uses the Q1 chip to push the FPS to 144 max. Now, game frame interpolation supports most of the games. These are the games I tried it in. Now, for gaming for long hours, the phone gets a bit warm, which is pretty normal. But there is no overheating because you get a 6000mm square vapor cooling system, which does the job. So, in terms of performance and gaming, this for sure is one of the best you can get at this price range. and I feel performance is what iQOO does the best. Now, before we get to the conclusion, you get a 6.78-inch 1.5K up to 144Hz LTPO AMOLED display, which is same as their flagship iQOO 12. In my usage, max it would go to 90 to 120Hz. However, when you open a game and enable game frame interpolation, then it goes to 144Hz. Also, iQOO claims the peak brightness of the display is 3000 nits. We tested in an HDR scene and it reached somewhere around 2000 nits, which is actually quite bright. This is the nits that you will mostly get in day-to-day usage, and in outdoor sunlight and all, the display is visible, the icons are visible. Now, I believe this high brightness nits trend will be a thing in 2024. Also, you get the FunTouch OS 14 based on the latest Android 14 right out of the box. Also, just like the iQOO 12, this doesn't have hot games or hot apps. That being said, there are a few bloatware like Netflix, Snapchat, PhonePe, etc., which if you want, you can uninstall it. Also, during my usage, at time I noticed there is notification from the vStore app. You can turn that off. There is a weird thing that I noticed, like while we were shooting the video, the phone wouldn't play the sound of the video no matter what. Even if we turn up the volume high, it would go down. Then we found out it was because of DND. Usually it doesn't happen with other phones. Now all of this can be resolved with a small software update, but one feature I was surprised to see, like Android 14 implemented battery health. So basically you can see your battery health directly in settings. This feature is present in iQOO Neo 9 Pro. That's really good. Now in case you don't know, if your phone has a 5000 mAh battery, after 2 years it degrades and it will not be exactly 5000, it will be somewhere like 4000 mAh. And it is normal. It happens with every device that has a battery. But now you are able to see the exact battery health in Android, no guesswork. It is good to see Android brands are implementing it. In terms of software update, you get 3 years of Android updates and 4 years of security updates. Now in terms of battery, you get a 5160 mAh battery, and on a heavy day like playing BGMI at HDR graphics 144 FPS, watching videos, clicking photos, browsing through social media and all of that stuff, by the end of the day I still had 40% battery left, which is great. Now you also get 120 watt flash charger included in the box, and this could be nitpicking, but I personally use tap to pay via cred, so there is a lack of NFC here, so I was missing that option, but it is not a big problem for a lot of people. So in my usage of the iQOO Neo 9 Pro, it's a very solid phone. iQOO fits very well in that flagship killer territory. If you compare it with the previous version, iQOO Neo 7 Pro, display, camera, performance, battery, everything is upgraded. Now we just got to know the pricing of the iQOO Neo 9 Pro. The base variant starts at 33,999 and the 8 plus 256GB variant starts at 34,999. You have some 1000 storage discount something. This price is including bank offers. That's really good pricing. You can get Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 under 35,000. That's a really good pricing. But iQOO Neo 9 Pro with the same specs is cheaper than OnePlus 12R. Let us know if you would be interested in that comparison. That would be a very good one. On that note, this has been signing off. See you in the next video. Should I do only few? Because half.